Previously on Survivor, Wallenpaupack. With the discovery of a contract nullifier on night 1 and successfully claiming his bounty on Mickey, Jimmy received an extra vote advantage, also revealing that he found the hidden immunity idol.
So I have this. I have for the next vote if someone needs it the out on the Headhunters, and I have the hidden immunity idol.
The nut stacking challenge caused some castaways to shake under the pressure, sealing a win for Ronka. Many tribe members found Gray's antics to be too much, and with the discovery of Matt's fake fortune cookie clue, Gray found himself receiving a near unanimous vote.
It's hard to read what exactly he, to read his vibe, to see if he's telling the truth.
With the final bounty claimed, what punishment is in store for those who didn't claim theirs? 8 castaways remain. Who will be going home next?
Congratulations. You have proven your worth and become a true headhunter. Your skills have earned you this token of the hunt. You may use this token in the voting booth at any tribal up to and including the 5th to redeem an extra vote. The gods are pleased. Tribal Council 4, vote 4, goodbye Andrew Gray. Sorry to see him go, but happy to collect the bounty. The initial person on the chopping block, kind of consensus based on what I was hearing, was Charlie. But Charlie's a level-headed and solid competitor. I didn't think that made too much sense. Meanwhile, Gray has flipped a couple times. He's openly admitted to lying to many of us. And then, like I said, the bounty is just the extra incentive there. I've been doing all right in challenges, but I felt like I needed to kind of make a move, so I thought this was my best chance. Get the last bounty and sort of build up and be the architect of sort of a vote swap. So glad it worked out the way it did, and excited to see how this plays out. My name has been coming up the last couple, so we'll have to see about stemming the tide there.
I'm just saying, I'm down for the Kumbaya vote. I'm up for it, but I don't think we have a lot of support up there. And if they want to go Drew, especially with the kind of punishments that we have raining down on us from us not doing our bounties, I think we need to hold on to guys like Kevin, hold on to guys like Jim. Because they're the ones who are going to be able to go for us if we don't have this. So I just think, again, it's not like Jimmy's the king, but we need Jimmy.
We need Jimmy, and we need to put Drew to rest. We must put Drew to rest.
And again, it's I get it, Matt's a threat. But Matt had his hate. He had his big run at the end. If he doesn't win a challenge, he's in our hands.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's just, if Drew gets his immunity, though, we need Drew, then it's gonna fall on me. If Drew wins, we gotta just make sure that he doesn't. If Drew wins,
wins,
Jimmy, or if Drew wins, do we go?
Don't go for Jimmy. I don't know if we're going for votes.
Do we go Nick
then? Kevin's votes.
What about Matt then? Let's say Drew wins. You go Matt.
If Drew wins, we're gonna have to. It's gonna have to cross our minds, no?
Because think about it, if we get Matt out,
Drew
then we still have a solid 4. We have 7 left. We're with 7. So we still have the numbers.
I think if Drew wins the immunity, I don't think he's back to square one. That's how I feel. And we just got to make sure that does not happen.
So this game's called Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
So this is how it's going to work. Each person is assigned a color going clockwise on your table, starting with Kevin at 1. So Kevin is white. Nick, you're black. Hell yeah. Whoa.
Hey!
Chuck, you're purple. Matt is green. You are blue.
Can we switch it so we can just like...
So you are blue.
Yeah.
You are orange.
You
are red.
Okay.
And Michael, you're yellow.
Back.
What we're going to ask you to do individually, we're going to come around. You're going to make a pattern on your board. You can fill in or leave blank as many squares as you'd like. Okay? We're going to come around, make a note of what you made. We're going to show you on this screen what everybody in the game made for about 30 seconds. We're going to turn it off, and your job is to fill out every other board.
Okay.
So after we show you everybody else's, you need to make your whole board look like that board.
I think...
Adam, ready?
Alright, Adam, whenever you're ready. Once it appears, I'll start the timer. Alright, timer is started. Gray is white, if you didn't figure that out. No touching your board.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. 30 seconds, so just looking. Instead of 30 minutes. But I'll know when it's at 30 seconds, so 30 seconds. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off. Alright, lift it, and you guys can get started. Heads down. Don't make us call you out. Alright, there's your answer key. Let's see how well you got. We're gonna come around and grade you. Actually, we have it. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I was one.
Lift that up and make your board.
Board.
Let's get through this. Alright, we're gonna go 25 seconds this round.
You can be faithful.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Love here. You guys need to get more creative.
Whoa! Multi folder. Multi folder. Weird.
I am.
The mind control
Alright,
got the floor.
hands off, hands off.
I literally did the opposite. God damn it. I did so bad.
What's that?
I did the exact opposite of all of them.
That would be crazy.
Happy with that?
Hey.
If you didn't collect your head, you don't have a vote at the next travel.
So only 2 people have votes?
Whoever collected their head has a vote.
And that's this called like the travel
This next travel after this game, if you don't have immunity and you didn't collect your bounty, you don't have a vote.
So there's no reason to finish this game.
You can win immunity. You can win immunity. Hey, now you know. Good luck remembering this and thinking about that. And we're going down to 15.
Oh.
If there's still a tie after this
And now
round,
you
we're
have
going down to
15
10.
seconds.
If there's still a tie after that, we're going down 2 seconds. We're around until somebody loses. We got a 15 seconds starting in 3, 2, 1, Adam. Whenever Adam, go. Off. All right, hands up.
Hey, whoa, hands up, bro.
You gotta go quick. Hands up. You gotta go quick. You got less time to do everything. Figure it out. Get that board down. All right. Adam, whenever you're.
I've started throwing.
Show us the answer key. All right, there's gonna be a 10-second look at.
No, I
3, 2, 1. Come on, Adam. Starts. 10 seconds. Done. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up. Hands up. All right, let's go around.
yeah.
And the winner of this immunity challenge is dramatic effect. Ronka. Congrats, dude. You have immunity. Can't be voted out. Anybody that did not collect their bounty, you do not have a vote. Everybody else, I'll see you at trial council. Time to go.
So I called it this because one play is my big play so far. Super original. I threw that last round. I knew if I started winning physical and mental challenges, if I didn't win a challenge, I'd be wrong. I had 100% through however many rounds in that last round. I just threw a couple of them because I feel safe this vote. I know that some people don't have votes, so I felt safe. So I felt like I could just throw that out and make sure people don't think of me as too much of a competitor in those challenges. So let the record show I threw it. It seems like we're trying to flip this one to Drew. I've been talking to Drew about getting someone else, but I think this might be the one we try to flip on Drew. People try to get him out earlier. You know he can't be trusted from the first few seasons, so I think it's just about that time. He's playing both sides the whole time. He's always done that, so I think we just said it's about time he needed to go. A lot of it's been like me, Matt, and then Kevin, and then a lot of like the younger brothers with Nick, that whole weird family dynamic that they don't speak on. And Drew's kind of tried to play both sides of that a little bit, so we felt like it might be time we had to get rid of him. Okay?
Drew's out for it. Drew has a vote.
Matt has a vote.
Matt has a vote.
And Jimmy has a vote.
So I'm thinking. Jimmy, me and Drew. But who are they calling him? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Because they can't get Kevin Hurd. That's true. So they're not going to get. All right, so we got to get Matt. We got to get work. That's what's going on. Matt is. We can't. He was.
Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Sorry, we might do some chat as vote holders.
Yeah. I know who I think should go for it. Yeah. DR.
We gotta go.
Those two split? Let's go. What happens if there's a tie?
We revote. Then from there, if it's another tie, draw around, go around.
You guys tie. We all have to vote? No drill.
It could potentially mean that we lose our immunity and we could possibly vote it down too. And we don't want that. So it's in our best interest to just go for it. Yeah. Jimmy's with us.
Is he? Alright.
So he says. We'll find out in the voting booth.
We'll
but
see. Let's
as
go.
far as I'm concerned.
The Gray thing came alive. We all voted Gray. Jimmy approaches me. So the whole thing was I was willing to work with Charlie and take whatever punishment came with the bounty, not getting your bounty. So I took on that risk. I figured it was a loss of a vote. It ended up being that. I figured it would be. And it was a big risk to take on, but I felt like me and Charlie were in a good spot. And then after that, I was gifted this from Jimmy. Jimmy pulled me aside and showed me this. And this is a nullifier for the punishment of not collecting your bounty. So I technically don't have my vote tonight, but I technically do. And I'll be honest, we had a plan beforehand. And the other good thing about it, I'll cut back a little bit, other really good thing was after Kevin took out his bounty, which was Gray, he divulged to me that he got an extra vote. So you have to think that Jimmy also probably has an extra vote. It's one of those things, it might just be safer to keep it in my pocket and just get my vote back and just not even worry about it, because if we got Drew, we got Drew. We just gotta hope he doesn't have an idol.
So Ronco has now won 2 challenges in a row. I was trying to go for him a couple of votes ago. And just him and Charlie being so close together. Like there's still like that little brother aura around them that I think is always just a little bit hard to break up. So I don't know, it's like, I have 2 votes. So if I do the math, it's like if Drew has 2 votes on Charlie, and then I put 2 votes on Charlie, and then Kevin and Jimmy put their 2 votes onto Drew, where we end up in a tie. The thing that I don't know, I've just been told, is that Jimmy gave Emmett a spare vote for this tribal as well. So that might throw a wrench in it, and then it's totally like I get caught with egg on my face like, Matt, you told us the thing was Drew, went for Charlie. But could be a possible move that could add to my resume. So yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. Anyways, I found something in the fridge, which I found it too late, sadly. It was supposed to be an advantage that could have given me perhaps even another vote for this tribal. Sadly, found it too late, but I still plan on possibly maybe using this as like a fake immunity in the future. But yeah, talk about anticlimactic. Found it one tribal too late. You know, I could have really made a move, maybe go 3 votes against someone like Emmett that wasn't expecting it. But for now, I think, yeah, Drew is the safe play.
Welcome to our 5th tribal council. As you may not know, the audience back at home, if you did not collect your bounty, you do not have a vote in this tribal. Yeah, so a lot of power if you did. Maybe no power if you didn't. Michael. You're the only one guaranteed not going out this round. How are you feeling?
Yeah, so I said this to some other people. I just feel like at this point I'm, grateful and honored to have this necklace around my neck, but I feel like a spectator in this round. I have no vote, but I also can't be eliminated, so I just kind of get the privilege to sit back and watch the fireworks happen. But obviously, it feels weird to have that agency taken away from you to try and make it move, because there's really only so much you can do.
Nick, do you have any comments you'd like to make on the family, or the family ties still staying strong?
Family bonds are strong. What I'm worried about is we don't have votes. It's 2v2. So let's see what happens.
Matt, you're somebody that we know collected their head, so we know you have a vote. How are you feeling? My favorite question.
Yeah, I'm feeling okay. I feel like I can trust my fellow headhunters. We've come up with some plans. Yeah, we've all taken at least one head in the past, so it's not out of the question that they might take another.
Think that is.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I feel like I have trust in the others that are voting, but as Nick just said, it is a 2v2, and anything can happen in voting.
Kevin, do you feel just as strongly that you can trust these other headhunters?
I do. A bond is formed in a family, but a bond is also formed in blood. And as there are 3 other headhunters around this room, I think the bond is also strong.
Can I just get maybe a potential raise of hand? Who here has been in a blood pact in this game? Audience included.
My answer.
At least 2 people?
Not a lot.
I know some people might have
all
to
the
raise
ones
their
sitting
hand.
in the jury at the
It's all a few. Might have to inspect palms after this.
Well, that's how you get inducted. Everybody else is already in. So, unfortunately for Mickey, we had to bring him in and whack him.
Not a blood pact. The blood whack.
It was
The
a
infamous blood whack.
blood whack.
Yeah.
The blood whack.
Awesome. Well, this is going to be an exciting one.
Sorry.
Some people, the balance of power has certainly shifted, so I think we should get our votes
I
started.
would say it's even.
Do the honors.
So, vote number 1 is going to the plan all along, but can I get a little funky with vote 2? Let's go a little funky. Let's ride the funk a little bit with vote 2.
He has absolutely no shot in this round. Unfortunate situation, to say the least. But it's been majority heavy every single time, and this was our chance to make a move and flip on somebody else. But once again, safety comes first. And everybody just votes together. And nobody's gonna be ready for this shakeup that's about to come.
Alright, so I was getting my charger, but I'm also casting a vote. I got the advantage here that revokes my punishment. I'm gonna use this vote. Against Drew. I'm hoping these numbers come together. I want to see tomorrow. This is one way of doing it. So I'm gonna go upstairs with my charger and hopefully you go home, Drew. That's all I can say. Yeah, I'll have a vote, but as I walked down here, I heard people say, "Wait, I thought you have a vote." I don't know.
Oh! I'm good. My friends, the votes are in. maybe controversial. But if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Alright. With that, I will read the votes. Good luck to you all. First vote of our 5th tribal council is Charlie. 1 vote, Charlie. Drew. It's 1 vote, Drew. 1 vote, Charlie. Drew. It's 2 votes, Drew. 1 vote, Charlie. Drew. Nick.
Just one you want.
3 votes, Drew. 1 vote, Charlie. 1 vote, Nick. Drew. That's 4 votes, Drew. And the 5th person voted off of Survivor Wallenpaupack. Drew, thank you for playing. Alright, that was our final tribal council for today. Good job, everybody. You've made it to the final 7.
Breakfast is at 11 o'clock.
I thought we could have made a move on Charlie. This one didn't. I was hoping that the other headhunters. I'll even say. So I was hoping that Matt and Jimmy would have rode with me after I essentially was trying to help them as well. Thought it would have been mutual. And then also with the confirmation that they were voting with the headhunters, obviously just trying to throw me off while we were before tribal. Flipped on me. So guess I'm gonna have to, my job now becomes convincing the jury to not vote for either of them, and we'll see how it goes, because that's what I do best. Unfortunately didn't get to finish off how I wanted to, but got to make some staple moves in the beginning, so you know, happy about my game. It was a good year. To everyone at home, I just want to thank you for watching. Hope you guys loved what you saw, and I hope to see you here again next year.